A lot of people ask me about the classes, what classes you gotta take. Honestly, I would take them all. But if you're a gang member, if you were ever in a gang, I suggest you take gang awareness, CGA, as many times as possible, because that's the one that's gonna be like the driving force whether you stay in prison or you get out. And I'll explain to you. Because you could take AA, NA, anger management, all the other ones. But if they still consider you to be a gang member, then you're a criminal, right? You got criminal thinking, you're manipulative, you're selfish, and you only think about yourself, and you do anything you need to do to further the gang. That's the way the board looks at it, right? Whether you want to say or not, hey, I done grew out of that, it doesn't matter. What matters is how long were you in a gang, right? You can't just take one class and say, hey, I already got the certificate. I'll be honest with you, certificates don't mean nothing. It's how you explain it. And they ask me, and I'll be straight up with you. They're like, hey, well, you were validated, you were in Pelican Bay for all these years. Why should we let you out? You ain't never debriefed, you ain't never locked it up, right? And I told them, because now that I changed my ways of thinking, I realized that my environment never got me in trouble. It was my belief system. And I never locked it up, and I never had to check in. First of all, I never felt my life was in danger. Second of all, my pride got in the way. And I was honest with them. I told my pride got in my way, and I wasn't gonna do it. But now that I think differently, I realized today that, hey, it was never my environment that got me in trouble, it was my belief system.
Yo, yo, yo. Mis saludos y respetos, full blast. Back again. Well, hopefully everyone's doing good. With that said, let's jump on this subject real quick, man. Because your boy's on a good one right now. Back to back. Recording these videos, and I'm very excited to talk about this stuff because it brings awareness. And we're gonna talk about today is parole board. Parole board, and this is pretty much for the homies that are doing live, that have no dates, and pretty much their future is in the hands of parole board. I remember being in Corcoran, doing time, being around homies, that have live, have 20 to live, 25 to live, 40 to live, 35 to live, 7 to live, so they eventually have some type of hope, something to look forward to. It's up to the parole board, though. Unless laws change, then they come down to the courts and so on and so forth. But I like to ask questions, and I would listen to lifers and their talk about their accomplishments while being in prison. I noticed this last time around when I was in Corcoran, there was a lot of programs, a lot of programs, self-help programs, AANA, GOGI, self-help programs where now they're teaching the homies in how to control our emotions and how to grow out of the criminal mentality, gang lifestyle, and how to see things from a different angle and how to just mature and become a regular citizen. Prepare you pretty much to parole, get out here to the real world. And it's amazing, in how your freedom is in the hands of, I'm assuming maybe 4 to 5 people, including your counselor. They make the decision whether you're prepared for to go home, your civilization, freedom to be a citizen or another civilian. They're the ones that determine whether you're gonna go home or not. And I see and I hear like these juras, like to push that narrative where, well, you're still active, so you haven't made no changes. You're still an active gang member. You're still here on the mainland. And it sucks because what is it that they want? They want you to lock it up and well, go to a no good yard so you could let them know that you've have made a change in your life. You know, that's kind of fucked up, and I think it's very unfair to put homies in that predicament. It's not impossible though, because I've seen a lot of homies go home. Homies that have done the right thing, that have taken the approach in a positive manner, didn't need to lock it up, didn't need to debrief to get a date. That's what you call a strong mind. That's what you call a brave man with honorable intentions, with honorable beliefs. Anyhow, so, and I'm hearing and I'm listening to all this, and how homies come back from board. Some aguitados, a little upset. Hey, I gotta go back in 3. I gotta go back in 7. 3 years is like, man, some were happy, like 3 years, fuck that. I'm gonna go home on the next one. They already come already with a little experience on what it's like being in front of the board. The questions they were asked, and I see that the lifers, it's a community in there. A lot of them look out for each other. A lot of lifers, I mean, come on, man. They've been, especially the ones that been down 30, 40 years plus. They've been with each other, maybe in the county, reception, or in other prisons. It becomes a community. It becomes like, sooner or later, okay, I'm here with you. Down the line, 10 years, I'll see you in a different prison type of shit. And, a lot of these lifers are already real serious about going home. They do share notes. They do inspire each other. They're there for each other. Like, hey, homie, don't give up. You got this. Do this. Take this class. Take this. I seen it. I've been sold up with a lot of homies that got all day, and it's good to see. It's good to see. A lot of them. I mean, like they say, you gotta be yourself, and don't go in there lying to yourself or trying to convince the board that you're a changed man. Like the intro that you guys just saw, the man was right. It's not the environment, it's my belief system and how I saw things. Because now, uh coming to the streets, on the other hand, it's like a lot of people sometimes move out of the hood to other cities because they want to stay away from maybe local barrios, the drug infested streets, not knowing that they're moving like to another state, and it's like, fuck, it's out there too. It's just a matter of time that you meet someone that knows someone, and bam, you're back at it again. Anywhere you go, there's gonna be trouble. Anywhere you go, there's gonna be gangs, drugs. But it's up to you and what you believe in, your discipline, and how you're gonna go about your lifestyle. Same thing with the homies being in there. The homie has a good point, as you guys heard him. Uh, I believe he's an ex-lifer. Like he said, I didn't have to lock it up, debrief. He finally realized his problem, that belief system, and he was able to convince board, and he got granted a date. So miss me with all that. You know, people that say that you gotta roll it up, lock it up, and they brave to change your life and do this. Nah. Fuck, that's bullshit, homie. You saying that because you damn fucked up. That's it. God damn it. What you kidding? Motherfuckers with them platforms, man, trying to misguide people out here, man. Nah. Nothing's impossible. Even being on a mainline yard, being active, you're able to parole, go home. I seen it. You're always able to make changes. Believe that. Real homies will support you no matter what. I remember there was a homie down 30 years. Two rival gang members that happened to be, I guess, some of my older homies I never met. I heard the story and all that. Him being clean out of the shoe for 7, taking care of business, taking these courses, these self help, um, helped him go to board. And I always used to see him, like low key. He would, he would go around say what's up to the homies, but he would be just walking with 2 or 3 other homies that were doing the same thing. Lifers trying to go home. They weren't in the mix. They weren't up over there trying to, get high, drink. Hey, and the beautiful thing about it is that the homies respect that. The homies see you doing right, minding your own business, trying to do the right thing, go home. Believe me, homie, the homies want you to go home. They encourage you to go home. They'll leave you alone. They won't even ask you to go on a holiday. Of course, something pops up, you're there. Well, yeah, back it up. A huevo. That's why I trip out on these PC channels making all this shit up of how people do you dirty. Nah, you people bring it upon themselves, man. Simple as that. Motherfuckers play with fire, you're gonna get burned, dog. You can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. ¿Me entiendes? Anyhow, well, my name is Manny, I'm the Jaguar Man. In this channel we make homies never pray. Be careful on who you watch and listen to. There's a lot of phonies out there, fake vatos that don't know better. Just by what the resume should say it all. Just be careful. Remember, turn that frown upside down. Rise up, level up, and wise up, my cheese. With that said, take care. Al rato.